Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, I'm able to make this video again. Alhamdulillah. On the topic of religion and belief, I keep doing it. I enjoy doing it because I feel the benefit. That's the reason why I like and enjoy doing it. The benefit is great. It's worth my time and worth my effort, because the benefit is not seen in this world, will be seen in the next world. In the day of judgment, and my doing will be seen again. I feel happy that I'm doing this, because what I'm doing is preaching myself 80%. And for you who listen to this video, will also get the preaching 20%. So keep your enthusiasm in listening and thinking about your Creator. That is the message that I want to put forward, is thinking of our Creator. And if we think about our Creator, when you listen to this video, you also be led to think about your Creator. When you think about your Creator, Allah will also think about you. Allah will be thinking of you when you think about Allah. So we get the benefit of Allah thinking about us in the next world. The obvious benefit is that our iman or belief will be increased, and we avoid having a heart that is having disease. Allah mentioned in the Koran that disease heart of the pretender or the munafiqin. And Allah increased the disease. So when the heart is led to have disease because of the person doing, then Allah increase the disease, meaning that Allah want to punish that person by increasing the disease because of what they're doing, like cheating themselves. They cheat themselves that they believe, but they don't believe. This kind of cheating is due to they not doing or make an effort to clean their heart, to listen to people who talk on religion, who don't study religion or being taking religion too easy and don't want to make the effort to believe. So what I'm doing now is making an effort to believe and increase iman by thinking of our Creator. And the reason why we have to think of our Creator is that Allah created us. Then will we not be thankful by saying, "Oh, Alhamdulillah, He created us. Alhamdulillah, I'm healthy to come here and able to make this video. Alhamdulillah, I'm able to have the opportunity to talk on this topic, and you having the opportunity to listen to this. Alhamdulillah, if we look around, it's very nice. You see around is very nice, calm. So we live in a place, in the country that is peaceful, not very rich, but still okay. We get a lot of benefits from this country, like free education, free medical. What else we get the benefit? So that is, we need to be thankful for that as well. Alhamdulillah. It's all given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. He can take it very quickly as well. We've seen that in a country was rich, suddenly become poor. I've seen the video again when the restaurant, the eating place, they say the place used to be full at night. It's now empty. Okay, it's empty because of two things. Because people don't have money. They lose their jobs. They lose their job. They lose their investment. They put their money to own a house, but then the house not there, and they lose money. What else? The problem there. And also the price of energy gone up. The price of coal gone up. And their government also began to tax the people. It's as understood because they don't have a lot of things they can tax, or they had made projects that's not profitable. Railway projects, building channel. What else? Few of their dam broken because of flood. What else? The power, the coal mining also flooded. So they have to import coal, and the power company is saying that it's also expensive for them to buy the coal. So they are not making a lot of money by selling electricity. So they prefer to shut down. So they shut down the factory. Many important factories shut down. So people are losing jobs there. I seen because foreign companies going out from the country. So this is example of rich, and then Allah can take it away very quickly. Alhamdulillah, we're living in a country peaceful, though there's some unemployment, but it's not too bad. We still get the benefit of free education, free medical. So things like this, we should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you are thankful and doing good, government is on the lookout, encourage people to do good, give people religious education, things like that. And that promote religion in the country, to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So our head of state is also encouraging people to be obedient to the Creator. So that we believe make us feel comfortable living in this country. We respect other people, we respect other belief as well. No other country look at our country as being treating people bad. So we don't have such thing as things that's happening in that other country that I was talking about. They have issue of human right. Bad treatment of the Muslim, destroy their place of worships, the mosque. All this bring the intention of the world body. It make other people from other country dislike them. Make them scared of that country, because if they treat one group of people badly, so they understand that they are cruel people, and these foreign people are also scared that they will be subjected to the cruelty as well. in one way or another. That's what's happening there. So again I say Alhamdulillah, praise to Allah for making us to live in a country that is peaceful and giving fairness, and the benefit is shared to the people equally well. Okay, let's about thinking of our Creator and thinking and thanking. So now come to the next stage of me talking about a country. I like to talk about Ukraine. Ukraine lie between is in the east of Europe. On the east of Ukraine is Russia, and on the west is Europe country. So maybe a Europe country, and in the south of Ukraine, Turkey is near Ukraine. Greece, what else is near Ukraine? Eastern, maybe Romania. Hungary, maybe Bulgaria, that is the area of the country that border with Ukraine. Ukraine used to be part of the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union break up, then Ukraine gets independent from Russia. So Ukraine used to be a country quite advanced in technology because they are closer to Europe. So they are quite advanced in technology, and also one of the most developed area in Soviet Union at that time. But in Ukraine, there are also ethnic Russian. So this ethnic Russian still want to link themselves to Russia. So when Ukraine got independent, this Russian ethnic on the east of Ukraine become rebellious, and they have a place there where it's like they're getting independent of Ukraine in some area. Because they like to link themselves with the Russian. Russia, it ethnic want to be linked with Russia rather than be linked with Ukraine. So Ukraine is different kind of people. Maybe they speak different language, Ukrainian language. So they're different tribe. Okay, so what happened is that Russia doesn't like Ukraine to join NATO. Because Ukraine want to join NATO. So when Ukraine join NATO, Ukraine will feel that if Russia invade them, then NATO country would help them. That's the reason why Ukraine want to be part of NATO, but Russia protest Ukraine joining NATO. Why? I don't know, because if Ukraine is independent, why not they can just decide what they want to join. But Russia seems to be not happy if Ukraine join NATO. Or maybe Russia is thinking that Ukraine may invade Russia if Ukraine join NATO. But Ukraine is also afraid that Russia would invade Ukraine. So kind of, you would attack us. No, you will attack us, like that. It's like mistrust of each other. That's what happened. A mistrust of each other. Won't be surprised as well of this mistrust, because in the past Germany had attempt to invade Russia, and before that the French had attempt to invade Russia. So the French and the German want to invade Russia. I wonder whether there was history as well that Russia invade the European country. Of course, in the Second World War, German army reached Berlin, and then they also had a fight with the country Lithuania. So it's natural that they don't trust each other, making that place like not stable. If the two countries don't trust each other, it makes the country that place not stable. So what happened now? Russia had 100,000 troops placed near the border of Ukraine and Russia, because they say they want to prevent NATO from invading them. With that, Ukraine not feel comfortable, and NATO also not feel comfortable with 100,000 Russian troops at the border. So they also start to send, like UK sending 6,000 of UK soldiers in Ukraine. I think in other countries of Europe as well, in NATO, sending their soldiers in Ukraine. So that place is quite volatile, and any time the war can break out between Russia and NATO. But if it escalates, then it will become a third world war. So the world now doesn't look like very stable. Another place that third world war can happen also when China would invade Taiwan. So that will be another place that the third world war would start. So these two places, Ukraine and Taiwan, is potential for a battleground that could lead to Third World War, whether it will fought conventional war or will fought with nuclear bomb. We don't know. Sometimes they discipline themselves not to use nuclear bomb. If they can discipline themselves, sometimes they got out of hand and start to use nuclear bomb, and then they will be reply with nuclear bomb, and then look like big destruction on earth, where nuclear bomb being dropped on each other. I don't know whether it would happen. If that is happening, we also will be affected by the nuclear bomb radiation on this world. Maybe it may change the weather. I don't know what will happen then. It will be already near the end of the world, but I heard that men will be fighting with sword, no longer fighting with this technology or bomb, thing like that, because the technology explosion will not occur anymore, because maybe Allah with His power stop explosion of chemical from taking place, so bullet will not fire, missile will not fly, and what else? Maybe aeroplane will also not be flying, so we back to be using animals like horse as mean of transportation. So that will be coming in the future. Whether it will come after Third World War, if there is Third World War, or before Third World War, we don't know whether it will wait, but we are sure it will come. Maybe the other reason for explosion doesn't occur, or maybe they also weapon, they call it, that produce magnetic field that destroy the electronic of weapons. They call it EMP weapon, bomb. So what happened is it produce magnetic field that destroy the electronics. But will not be, maybe it is like that, or in the religious point of view is the explosion will not occur, so nothing would explode, because electronic is not something that explode, but it's only a guide, missile that guide to the target using electronic. Of course, if electronic is not function, no aeroplane can fly as well. Maybe the conventional gun is not using electronic. Then, so it is not like that. It's like the explosion will not be occurring, and the reason that people use sword and the transportation, then people will be back using horse, so will be like back to the past history of using weapon of war of the past history, sword and horses. Okay, that is, let now read the Koran. So to get the barakah of this morning, so let us read the first sentence of the Quran in Arabic. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وقالوا هذه أنعام وحرث حجر لا يطعمها إلا من نشاء بزعمهم وأنعام حرمت ظهورها وأنعام لا يذكرون اسم الله عليها ابتغاء عليه ويجزيهم بما كانوا يفترون. Okay, brothers and sisters, let's read the meaning, the sentences. And they say, following their thinking, this is the animal that we rear and the product of the earth that is forbidden, so we cannot eat it except for people that we want. And there are also animal that is forbidden, that not allowed to ride on, and animal that we reared when we slaughtered, not mentioning name of Allah, that is as they deceiving on Allah. Allah will punish them of what they invent. So what they are saying of what can be eaten and what cannot be eaten, of their own invention. And there are also animal that they cannot ride. And there are also animal when they slaughtered, no need to say name of Allah. So they are making invention which is not the teaching of Islam, and Allah warned them, and they would be punished for making this invention. So we have to be very careful when we see something, some belief that is weird. We should refer to the authority on religion and get the opinion from these people who know about religion before we start to believe what other people saying, which is not based on the teaching of Islam. And they say whatever is in the womb of animal, it is for woman and will be forbidden to the wife. And when whatever is in the womb that is born and die, then everybody can eat it. So this also a kind of invention they think for themselves, and Allah warned them that this invention, people who make this invention would be punished. Verily Allah is wise and all-knowing. Verily at loss is the people who kill their daughter or son because of stupidity and without knowledge, and make it forbidden for the provision that has been given by Allah to them, because them just lying. Verily, they are very much deviated and not given guidance. So they were saying something that Allah had given provision. It's like people saying that we cannot eat horse meat. Actually, horse meat we can eat, but it's not common for people to eat horse meat. But if people want to eat horse meat, so let be eaten. Don't say is start to say it's not allowed. Horse meat is forbidden. What else? Something that people don't normally eat but can be eaten. So when people slaughter horse, just eat it. Don't try to say no, it's forbidden. What else? Like meat of rabbit. Rabbit can be slaughtered and eaten. What else? Grasshopper can be eaten. What else? Like frog. Frog cannot be eaten. Cannot eat frog because frog live on land and in water. I've seen frog being sold in the supermarket in other country, but then don't start buying it. Feel I want to taste. If people say it's nice, don't touch it. It's forbidden for us to eat frog. And he make the plantation that crawl, that and they don't crawl. Tree of dates. Allah make a variety of fruit tree, like olive tree and this pomegranate, which has different shape and color and different taste, then you eat the fruit if they bear fruit, and you have to give the zakat. So if you leave the fruit, there is a portion that you give a zakat. And don't you be people in excess, as Allah don't like people being in excess, meaning spending or being spending too much over displaying their wealth, example. So people who are in excess, and among the animal that we rear, there are also animal that is that used for to carry our things in a journey, and also animal that we slaughter. Of course, in the old days when people traveling from one place, they use animal to carry their goods. And if you the prohibition given by Allah to you, and don't you follow the way of Satan. Verily, Satan is your clear enemy.